Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Y'all, I'm sitting up here. So I was trying to find me a movie to watch. And I had started watching The Little Mermaid, the newer version. And I got halfway through. Um, and, I can't stunt, I have this thing where when I already know that I don't like certain parts of a movie, it makes me not want to watch it. So, and the part that I don't like about this movie is literally the message, okay? So, we already know Ariel wants to go and be on land with people, and she goes to her aunt, who is a witch, and she takes away her voice and gives her legs. She goes up on the land, and she is around the prince, and the prince has already fell in love with her from her saving him. However, he doesn't realize, because his eyes obviously don't work, that she is obviously the same person who saved him. She just doesn't have her voice. But anyways, we already know further on in the movie, her aunt disguises herself and steals her voice. She uses her voice to confuse the prince. However, the prince eventually realizes what's going on, and it's found out that Ariel is the true woman who saved him, and her aunt is not. And then she ends up going into battle with the king. Now, I have not finished this version. I don't know if it's the exact same storyline or if there are some things that are switched around and changed. I'm going off of my memory from the cartoon version. But anywho, I'm saying this to say, okay, the message is, God is saying that there is someone that is trying to disguise themselves as you. There is someone that is going to, like, they are trying to pretend as if they are you. So it could be a situation where you are meant to be with someone, regardless if you're meant to marry someone or you're meant to be in a relationship with someone, and there is someone else who knows you like this person. This may be a friend of yours or something like that, and you have shared with them that you like them. You may have shared certain things about them with them, and just in girl talk or just with you chatting with them, and they are using what you have told them about this person against you, and have, like, they intend to go behind your back and make this person fall in love with them. So it could be like you telling them that, oh, he says he likes it when I wear heels. So now they are going to try to go around them wearing heels. Or if this person likes when you wear makeup, now they want to try to copy the way you do your makeup, and they want to go around them wearing makeup, or they want to try to wear outfits like you or whatever. Okay. But God is saying that it doesn't matter what they do. It don't matter how they do it. They are not you. Okay. The scripture comes from Psalm 50 and 16. But to the wicked person, God says, what right have you to recite my laws, or to take my covenant on your lips? You hate my instruction and cast my words behind you. When you see a thief, you join with him. You throw in your lot with adulterers. You use your mouth for evil and harness your tongue to deceit. You sit and testify against your brother and slander your own mother's son. When you did these things and I kept silent, you thought I was exactly like you. But I now arraign you and set my accusations before you. Consider this, you who forget God, or I will tear you to pieces with no one to rescue you. Those who sacrifice thank offerings honor me, and to the blameless I will show my salvation. So here's what God is saying. God is saying that it's kind of like the way that she did this, the aunt did this, she didn't think that her brother would find out. And she thought that her little plan was going to work out perfectly, and she was just going to cause all this havoc and mayhem without any consequences. However, in the end, she met her doom. And God is saying that for whoever you are, In the end, this person is going to meet their doom, and their own, whatever their judgment is going to be with God, they are going to receive their judgment for what they have done, for what they are doing, and what they are trying to do. And in reality, when it comes down to it, they could never be you. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is like I'm being reminded of with like the game Imposter. Like this is someone, and I just got a notification too. Like this is someone, they are an imposter, and they can they cannot force themselves, like they cannot force their way into they cannot force them their way into like taking over, or into um being like you or anything, like they can't do that. They are trying to figure out some kind of way that they could replace you. And God is saying that it's just simply not going to happen. When God said what he said, and he mean what he said. And he wasn't playing when he said that he wanted when he wanted that position for you. That position is for you. It's not for anybody else. And this person, even if they want it really bad and they desire it really bad, it doesn't mean that they are going to be able to obtain this. Like this is not something that is up for discussion. It's just like when God calls for a kingdom marriage to happen, it is specific, okay? Just like with Adam and Eve, it was specific. It was specific that Eve was going to be with Adam. It wasn't like a situation where it was a suggestion that God was giving her. It was not just a suggestion. That's who she was going to be with. That's who God designated her to be with. It's not a situation where she could go around and make her own, like, and I just feel like when it comes to this here, this is like, that's the situation, okay? Long story short, that's what it is. And God is saying that whoever is trying to come in between, slow down, slander, stand in the way of you being with who you are intended to be with, they're going to have to deal with God, because there's a reason God wants you to be with them. That's just like with Ruth and Boaz. It was a reason that God put it up on Ruth's heart for her to follow her mother-in-law to a place she had never seen before, and she had no idea what her life was going to be like. She had no idea what the people were going to be like. She had no idea of anything. She didn't know that she was going to get there and meet somebody and end up being married to somebody that was actually a man of good standing and good character, and eventually be the great 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 grandmother to the Messiah. So I just feel like God is saying that whoever he has called you to be with, you gonna be with them. And even if there is somebody that is pretending to be an imposter, they're trying to dress up like you, and they want to act like you, and they want to try to fill your shoes, and they want to, don't stress yourself about that. In most situations like this here, go ahead and remove yourself and let them figure it out. Because that man, like, is going to he's going to realize that he doesn't want to be with this person. Or if it's the other way around, they're going to realize that they don't want to be with that person. That it's not a situation where they are going to, like, how do I say it? This is not a situation where it's up for discussion. Like, I just feel like this person, even with them trying to be you, I've talked about this before. I don't understand the logic in anyone trying to act like somebody else, because at any given point in time, their way of acting like you, like they wear makeup because you wear makeup. They want to wear a certain brand because you wear that brand, and they want to wear heels because you wear heels. If at any certain given point in time, you decide you don't want to wear heels no more, you're going to go after wearing tennis shoes from now on. You could always just up, and all of a sudden you don't like that brand no more. Now you like a different brand. All of a sudden now you don't want to wear your hair that way. You want to wear your hair a different way. Now they look silly. and they gotta hurry up and scrap stuff up together so they can figure out how they can have what you have now. And then by the time they got all that together, you done moved on to something else. That, like, God is saying that it is impossible for this person to actually be a duplicate of you. And in reality, they could never be a better version of you than you are of yourself. You are the original. There ain't no more. They will always, them competing with you to be like you is going to put them in a position to where they will always be second best. They could never be first best at being you. They will never receive the winner's trophy at being you. It's not going to happen. It is impossible. And that in its own sense is part of their judgment. Like, they are going to be in a never ending race and trying to be like you and trying to be you and trying to get this person attention, and it's never going to happen because you are the only you. And at any given second, any point in time, you can decide that you want to change what a certain part of yourself. If you want to better yourself and you want to change your outlook on life, and you want something happens and you decide that you don't have interest in doing certain things anymore, then now all of a sudden that's not you anymore. And you, like, they have created this whole persona about them being like you, and now you are nothing like the persona that they have created. They can't come to you and try to tell you, oh, well, wait, you're doing that wrong. No, that's wrong. You can't. That's not how you be you. That's not how you be you. They can't tell you how you should be yourself. They cannot sit around with a clipboard and notebooks and textbooks and try to tell you that you are being you wrong. That's crazy. That's just like a man going up to a woman and trying to tell her that she's being a woman wrong. That's crazy. I was born this here. You can't tell me how I'm gonna be myself. You can't say it's the nonsense. God is saying that this person, that they can have their notepad out all they want to, and they can try to peep on you and watch you all they want to, but they could never be you. And it's never going to get to a position to where they are going to be able to steal something that God has for you, because they are so much like you. Like, it doesn't work that way. And that's the message. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.